Hey, hardcore hog fans. Welcome to Prediction Thursday. I'm Rick DeWeese, and I'm joined with my co-host, George Waddell from beautiful California. What's up, my brother?
Hey, buddy, we got plenty of sunshine ready to go.
I love it. I love it. We've got a special guest with us today, a retired Navy fighter pilot, Eric McCarty, the winner of last week's treacherous football game. Unfortunately, he picked Notre Dame to win, and he was the closest. So, what's up, my brother?
How are you? Glad to be here from the Pacific Northwest. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey, there you have it. I mean, look, I did the math, and Eric is actually 2,224 miles away from me, and George is only 1,756 miles away from me.
There you
Yeah,
go.
So,
Come by and pick me up first, and then we'll go see him.
yeah. You definitely win the award for being the furthest away. Hey, George, let's get right into it. I mean, we're going to one of the biggest SEC stadiums in the conference. I mean, it's going to be huge. It's going to be packed. You know, these people are coming out just to see Bobby Petrino alone, if anything. I mean, give me some of your initial takes on this game and what are we going to do and how are we going to do it?
Yeah, first of all, I am going to pick the Hogs because it's against it's against my principles to pick against the Hogs. If you go back and look at my record, it's 500. Understand that. The times that I pick the Hogs and I'm right, I'm much happier. So this week I'm picking the Hogs 35-31. I think that Petrino gets it done on offense and the defense steps up. But that's a long shot.
No, I do like the score. You're going to like it when you hear mine too. And I'm going to shoot right over to Eric though. I mean, buddy, what do you think this is going to be all about this week?
Well, I mean, he did bring mention that, last year we put an upset on Tennessee, but we were in Arkansas. This year we're in Tennessee, and that crowd is going to be up close and personal. It's like trying to go to the Seattle Seahawks and win against the Seahawks in that stadium. It's going to be loud and crazy. I want to have the confidence that George does, but, Petrino's been in charge of this offense for the last 5 games. And in the last 6 quarters, they've only scored 16 points. So there's a lot that's going to happen on the offensive side. Not only that, we have a wide receiver core has been pretty much decimated. Jaylen Brown's out. C.J. Warren's going to slide to the outside. That's not his position, but that's where he's going. Raylan Sharp's now going to be the number 1 slot guy. And Omega Blake is going to really have to step up and earn his keep because that's all we've got. And heaven forbid if we lose any of those wide receivers.
Yeah, he's a dude. He's a dude for sure.
So the only way I can see them having a Taylor Green's going to have to win it with his legs, and they're going to have to go more on option plays, screen passes, their tight ends. Both of them are going to have to step up.
So where do you have this thing coming out? What is your score?
You know
pick?
what? I don't think Tennessee's going to score points. And, there's just no doubt about it. I have them scoring 38 points. I don't think that Arkansas is going to they're going to show up because they have something to prove, and Petrino has something to prove. So we'll see how that happens. It's all going to be because a lot of last week, they just kind of gave up on themselves. So they've got to get past that. So if Taylor Green plays lights out, I'm still going to call it for the Volunteers. I think it's going to be 30-38.
Okay. All right. 38-30 Tennessee. Well, I'm going to be optimistic like George, but you're right. Tennessee's got a lot going for them. They're at home, 110,000 fans. You can't beat it. I do like the fact that Petrino's putting a new life in these Hogs. Let's see which team shows up. But I'm pretty close to Georgia's score. I'm 30-34 Volunteers. That's probably the closest game I've ever called.
Wow.
Well, we're all pretty close. I mean, we're all pretty close.
Yeah. Our scores are pretty close there, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of great things going on. I mean, Tennessee has a great quarterback. You know, the kid played at UCLA, and they basically swapped quarterbacks. Nico, I'm going to leave you, went to UCLA, and they got Aguilar. I think that guy's going to dictate the pace of the game, and we'll see what happens. I think we can come out ahead, but it's going to be a good one, that's for sure.
They've already beat Mississippi State. So, I mean, they proved their toughness.
Hey, if you look at all of their games last year, this is funny enough. They wiped out every non-conference team they played, and every SEC team they played, including us, including anybody. It was all within a touchdown, to be honest with you, give or take, say 10 points.
Yeah, we beat them by 5, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so they're not perfect. Let's get that straight. But they will have that Neyland Stadium on their side, and it'll be bonkers
That's the
at that
12th
place.
man. It's going to be the 12th man in that field.
Yeah, for sure. But I think with this, George, what do you think about this Petrino input, though? I think with the way that he moved the coaches around, I mean, I think the kids are excited.
I heard somebody describe it like preparing for a bowl game. And I think Petrino knows how to prepare for a bowl game. And I think that's good that he's able to come in and navigate that chaos that ensued after the Notre Dame game, because I'm sure that that's exactly what was going on in the locker room. With Petrino being the professional that he is, having seen a lot of changes in a lot of different programs. If you remember, he kind of left Atlanta in the middle of the night, so he knows kind of what it looks like landing on a planet like this. The thing about it is, he was already here working on it. And I agree with Eric 100%. The offense in the second half gave up. I mean, they saw their boy go down, and that just kind of broke their heart, along with the fact that, they fumbled at the end of half and took the ball down our throats and really sealed the game up by halftime. So in the second half of that game, I really discount that for sure. But having Petrino back down on the field, calling plays, being in people's face, knowing that he is going to chew your ass out if you don't run off the field or run on the field, then maybe that's to our benefit. And, Pittman didn't have that. He really just couldn't move around, and he was on that headset, and he was managing things from a headset. And I think we're going to respond better to what Petrino's bringing if everybody in the locker room's with us.
Yeah, I agree with Eric's stat too as well, and I want to kind of hitchhike off that a little bit. I mean, 16 points. Seriously, our offense is better than that. Petrino is better than that. Hopefully this week, Tennessee has the number 6 offense in the country, but they do not have the best defense. Luckily, we're up against another subpar defense like we were with Notre Dame. We didn't do jack shit with it. But that being said, I do know that Petrino's offense is better than what we're seeing, and everybody knows that. We know we've got the 1 millionth defense in the whole land, and we're terrible. We'll see if these new coaches changed anything. But overall, Tennessee is 12th in the nation right now. But they're number 9 in the SEC. You're 12th in the nation, but you're 9th in the SEC. That goes to tell you the quality of teams that we play in this conference. It's nuts. So I think we pull it off, but it's going to be a tough one.
Well, I hope you guys prove me wrong.
No, well, I hope so too, Eric. I'm always gonna pick the Hogs 9 times out of 9.5, but just seeing the people that don't pick the Hogs just because you're on this page or whatever, that you really put it out there what you really think, those people wind up being on the podcast. So congratulations for being pragmatic and logical.
That's right. That's right.
Because
That's right.
You pick against the Hogs, and you got a pretty good chance of being on this podcast.
You got to win it to be in it.
Yeah, just over the past 5 years, we're at 500 ball.
Hey, and for all you hardcore Hog fans, Eric McCarty is a commercial airline pilot. So you've gotten to listen to your pilot speak to you now for the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
And the only thing he didn't say is, attention, hardcore Hog fans, this is your pilot speaking.
Very true.
Let me ask you, Eric. So, how do you get updated scores in the cockpit of a United flight? Do you call back to the base? Do you have a radio? I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah, it depends. We have a system. It's called ACARS, and they'll type. We'll just ask our dispatcher. They'll type it all in for us. Not only that, but the people in the back of our plane. I mean, we have Wi-Fi on the airplane, and a lot of times they'll feed us info.
Yeah,
George, he flies to Singapore and other foreign nations. It's like a totally different time of day when the football game is going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I've watched the Hogs play in Singapore or Melbourne or Seoul, Korea at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm watching football.
Yeah. I
Love it.
love that.
That's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. Hey, keep in mind this too on both teams, just so you know. A little fun fact. We both had a bye week last week. We're coming off the bye week. They're coming off the bye week. Interesting that everybody's gotten to heal. I guess there should be no excuses if you want to put it that way, you know.
Yeah, and not only that, this is still kind of mid-season, 6 weeks into the season. The first couple of weeks, it seems like a lot of cupcakes kind of manage the numbers and statistics and what a team is really like. But now you're getting into the meat of the schedule where you're looking at things like Tennessee and what their record is legit. Legitimately, Tennessee is one of the best teams in the conference, and we'll be lucky to come out of there with a victory. But we've won the last 4, if I'm not mistaken. And Rick, weren't you there
We have the
last year?
record on wins. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish that our bye week would have been a better recovery, but I mean, like our wide receiver injuries, I mean, they were season ending mostly. So
Yeah.
it's not like the bye week bought us anything on offense other than resting up our offensive line. And, that's about it. I honestly think that we're going to see we may see some AJ Green getting out in there. We may be seeing some Rodney Hill actually getting some time because they're going to have to switch it up. It's going to have to be heavily reliant on the backfield. I see a lot of screen passes and I see a lot of option with Taylon Green. I mean, that's going to be the key to the offensive success this week.
No doubt about it. Him running the football is going to be very key.
Yeah.
Very key. Hey, and who could forget Joe Adams in 2011 with the immaculate punt return? George Waddell, let's
I
go.
was there,
I
bro.
mean,
I
that's
was
the
there.
number
That was the
one
most amazing
punt return ever.
Yeah,
I mean, it should have won an ESPY award.
It's so funny because I went to that game with my brother-in-law, and one of his best friends was a Tennessee fan, and we were going in, and I always like to ask other fans what they think about Arkansas, the whole Arkansas experience, and his comment was, "Yeah, you guys have a cute program." I was like, "Huge,
Cute
cute."
program.
And so that night we showed them cute. That was
Yeah,
cute.
let me show you. Let me show you cute with Joe
Let
Adams.
me show you cute.
I'm gonna break 8 tackles and score a 59 yards.
So after the game, I was like, "Wasn't that cute?"
It would be great to see an upset in Tennessee. I mean, if they could pull off what they did last year in Arkansas, that would just be epic.
Eric, what do
Well,
you think about Petrino being the coach if he goes, say, 5-2?
Man, that's a tough question. I don't know if are they giving him a lifeline? I mean, I'm still wondering, okay, because is this a chance? Are they giving him a chance, or are they really looking at him as an interim? Because if they just look,
audition, baby, audition.
yeah, so if he goes 5-2, he might stick around. But and the reason why I say that is, where else are they going to look right now? There's not a lot of caliber head coaches out there that could be recruited, to be a state employee of Arkansas. If he pulls it off, it could be a lifeline for him, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was talking about it with George earlier. I'm really pulling for Petrino, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess I'm of that age bracket where 2014 wasn't that too long ago, and we were
Yeah.
top 5 in the country, and I loved what he was doing. So I am pulling for him. Don't get me wrong. I love the other candidates that we have in there. We got Rhett Lashley and John Summerall. Both of those kids could do a fantastic job for the Hogs in the future. I got no problem if they do go after them and Petrino just can't make it. But I really am pulling for Petrino to make it just for nostalgia's sake. I think it'd be a great comeback, and I hope he does it. So,
well, if he does
we'll
make it, it'll be a short tenure, 1-2 year contract, something like that.
Yeah, you never know what they're going to do. You just don't. Well, then of course you got to think about it. If you're Hunter Yurachek, you don't want to sit here and miss probably 2 of the best coaching candidates in the country right now. They are definitely number 1 and number 1A in the country to be picked up by an SEC school or very high caliber. They've done great jobs, Tulane and SMU. I'm just telling you, these guys are available, so we think. And I just don't know if that's going to be available in a year or 2 or who's going to be available. But
Yeah.
man, they're great candidates. I think they can get the job done. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know what to do.
I
But
think there's going to be quite a few open jobs in the SEC at the end of the year too. So if you have a team that was on its back, feeling like the season was lost, if you can recover, I think 5-2, Bobby Petrino gets a chance. Anything below that, I think they're going to take a strong look at a younger guy, somebody that knows a lot about the NIL ins and outs and how to work that show. I think part
right.
of Arkansas's issue is that we've been so anti-paying players and anti, cheating and trying to recruit
That we fell
players that
behind. I
way.
mean, that's how we fell behind. I'm
Yeah,
telling
I
you.
think that's it. Other teams just better at cheating than we are.
Well, I mean,
They got a head. No, they got a head start, George. They just got a head start.
and another thing we may have to our advantage if he does go 5-2 or something close to that, and it comes down to the decision that they're not going to go for him as the head coach. I honestly think that he's going to stay as the offensive coordinator.
Well, I would certainly cut that deal. If I was Brett Lashley or John Summerall coming in, I would certainly have a conversation with Hunter Yurachek that said, hey, Bobby Petrino's got a lot of life left, and I want you to try to work a deal with him that keeps him in as OC or in some capacity, because it would only benefit them as a young coach. I mean, you've got a mentor that would be fantastic to you. So I agree with that comment, Eric. I was thinking that same thing myself is, why wouldn't you cut a deal and keep Petrino doing what he's doing and maybe either teach him your method of doing it or somewhere halfway in between? You either teach and learn or half and half. I like it. That's a good call.
Did you watch that Getting Defensive with Matt Harris on YouTube? Did you watch that at all? Jay Lawson posted it. It was a inside kind of behind the scenes look of the transition of Houston Nutt to Bobby Petrino when Matt Harris was one of the, I want to say Matt was a linebacker back during that transition. It was a very interesting conversation that he had on that podcast talking about how Petrino was so abusive to players that it may be a turnoff for new players that know that reputation. There's an old cautionary tale there that
Yeah.
Petrino is this offensive genius, which he is. I do believe he is, but the downside is his personality. If you get somebody that's in the 40, in his 40s and still kind of connects with guys and understand how the new paradigm in college football works, you may be better off. I don't know. I'm still undecided, but I think he's got to go 5-2. And if he does that, then I'm fine.
Right. And like Petrino says the whole time, I mean, you just got to win by one. That's all you got to do is win by one.
Yeah.
So
Which we hadn't
who,
been
who
good at
cares?
doing.
Who cares about the chatter? Win by one. So, all right, fellas, I like it.
Hey, excellent take. I'm so glad to meet you, Eric.
Nice meeting
That's
you.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah, we
take.
talked about knowing Mark Leggett and Chris Franzetti. He said he's been
Franzetti wanted to do a guest appearance.
Grade.
He's been texting me trying to get, he was like, I want to do a guest appearance and pop on with you. And I was like, well, we're on right now. So
Hey, George, him and Franzetti are like best friends.
That's what he was saying.
I mean, yeah,
'cause-
they're super. Franzetti's fixing to go visit him.
yeah, he'll be up here on Friday.
And Franny said something about coming down here.
Sorry in advance for anything Franzetti might say or do while he's in Seattle.
Thank you.
I'm not.
I mean, it's funny. All my friends up here, they love it because, they get a big dose of Franzetti. They laugh their asses off and then they leave. Yeah. Thank God I have a patient wife. Thank God I have a patient wife. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, luckily you can handle him. Yeah, you can handle him.
Yeah.
Good way of putting it. A big dose of Franzetti. I mean, he's a dose. He's a dose, bro.
Hey, we only had him on for 30 minutes, and it was a big dose of Franzetti.
That's right. I almost wore the glasses in honor of him today because I got a pair of them.
That's hilarious. Well, good times. I'm glad you came on with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
That was awesome.
One question, Eric, did you play football in high school?
I I played soccer. I played football.
Yeah, football. You played the real football. Okay.
Chris Franzetti and I, actually, we led PA to 3 undefeated seasons.
Absolutely, they
Right,
did.
Franzetti. I remember Franzetti
Absolutely, they
on the
did.
intramural field. He was a master. He and Leggett were both like
Yeah.
soccer.
Well, Chris and I were the number 1 and 2 scorers on our PA soccer team for three straight years.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's for sure. That is definite.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting you.